Hey guys, what's up? I'm Nick Boomer, founder of Boomspharm. This is actually one of my first videos that I'm going to be doing in regards to educating the audience on YouTube. I actually do have an Instagram and a Facebook for Boomspharm, but with the recent developments of profiles being deleted that have cannabis news or images on Facebook and Instagram, it's prompted me to start a new YouTube channel. And seeing that cannabis is recreationally legal here in California and becoming more popular across the US, I figured why not? You know, back in the day, this is stuff that we wouldn't really share. I'm showing my face, right? Posting videos and photos with myself and the plants. I'm here to educate you guys and mainly focus on living soil, organic, clean cannabis, right? So this is going to be one of the first where I'm looking for feedback, right? I could use some input from the audience. Any of you that want to comment below, make sure you do subscribe so you can see upcoming videos. Feel free to message me. Go on to the Boomspharm Instagram. Anyways, the Facebook, either is a good option. Ideally, I'm looking to get feedback from what you guys want to learn about as I develop this new web course. The web course is going to be how to grow cannabis with living soil. Ideally, most of us are consumers of the cannabis plant and we want to have good, clean product. No pesticides, harmful chemicals, bottled nutrients of the sort. And ideally, a lot of people don't even know about that they have the option to grow organically. Most of us would consume food that's clean, right? Hopefully not with pesticides, but you'd be surprised what you find at your grocery store, guys, is actually got mostly pesticides on it. You see that apple, it's nice and waxy and shiny. It's not found natural in the nature, right? If you look at an orchard that has organic apples, is what I should say, they don't spray the same type of pesticides that leave that waxy residue on the apple. And you'll find out that cannabis testing in legal states is actually more stringent than they put testing on our food, guys. So I want you to realize that people like myself who consume cannabis on a regular, I also eat clean food too, but I want to be conscious of what I'm putting into my body, as I'm sure you are. So the idea here is, again, to spread awareness to everybody that there's an alternative for cannabis out there. As it's been underground or black market primarily, a lot of growers, whether they knew it or not, were using some products that they shouldn't be. Avid, Forbid, there's some other illegal products out there that are banned in California for agricultural use because they're systemic pesticides, which means that when you spray it on any plant, it stays in the plant cells for an indefinite period of time. And cannabis is a bioaccumulator, which means it's going to uptake any heavy metals or pesticides in the ground or spray directly on it. So you can imagine if you're smoking that, the carcinogenic effect is not a benefit to your health, right? And even if you are a healthy human being, you really don't want to be compromising your immune system by ingesting more than you need on that bad stuff. So again, I'm going to be educating you guys coming up on the differences and some options for you. Of course, those of you that want to learn how to grow your own will have the opportunity with the new web course I'm developing. I could use input, like I said, on what you guys want to see, but it's mainly going to be geared around a 4x4 tent, grow tent at home. Most people have that space in their spare bedroom or garage. Using LEDs, HIDs, or ceramic metal halide. I have a couple options, but we're going to be looking at a 4x4 fabric pot. Actually, it's a living soil bed from grassroots fabric pots. And the idea is to build a living soil that's no-till, meaning we're going to put the soil in and we're going to build upon it. And it's going to be alive with beneficial bacteria, fungi, with some red wiggler worms and whatnot. And conceptually, we're going to be able to build this soil and not have to throw it out or replace it. Which for the longest time, even myself, we started with throwing out our media every run. You're talking every 2 months or 3 months, you're tossing out good soil, or if you're using rock wool, whatever the medium you're choosing is getting tossed. It's not a sustainable option. And let's be real, that costs more money. So as we've scaled to a larger production model in California even, we've had to be conscious of cost to input as well as our carbon footprint, right? So I'm going to continue to talk on some different topics over the course of vlogging instead of blogging, right? Video logging is the new thing. So I'm going to be talking a little bit more. As you can see, I'm driving right now. It gives me the ability to get on here, speak what's on my mind, and answer a little bit more directly. As I found, responding to direct messages and emails only gets so much across to people, and I do get some repetitive questions that I think are going to be good for a lot of people to know, all the way from CBD oils, whether it's CBD hemp oil or seed oil that's just omegas with no cannabidiol. There's some topics out there like that, as well as I mentioned pesticides that are being used on our plants. I work closely with some analytic labs here in California that gives me an advantage essentially to learn what's on the upcoming regulatory list of what's allowed and what's not, and I'm seeing firsthand the problems of operators failing. And the reality is that these grower operations are not necessarily failing because they have bad practices. It may be their neighbor, or maybe it was the property they took over, the ground, right? Or maybe it's an indoor grow with drywall that's got something in it. We are now testing for parts per billion, not just parts per million, and that is a huge difference when you go to, say, an extraction, because an extraction, as you guys are dabbing or vaping, those are usually quadruple the potency, right, of a flower. Well, if you're extracting and multiplying out that potency from the flower, like the THC or CBD that you guys like, well, guess what? You're doing the same with the pesticides, right? So any of the bad stuff in there is getting multiplied as well, and that's where we're finding the failures and the peaks on the chromatograph tests. So again, I'm gonna go over a lot of this stuff. This is a good intro video. Again, remind you guys, Nick at Boomspharm. Feel free to shoot me emails anytime. nick@boomspharm.org is the trick. The website is boomspharm.com. Make sure you guys go there and subscribe to the newsletter. I do send one out at least once a month, updating on market trends, what I'm seeing. And also, again, the Instagram or Facebook at Boomspharm. I'll be posting some information there for you guys as well. But definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button on here for YouTube, on the new channel. I'll be adding more to it. Have a good one, guys.